Guys, welcome to Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. Well, Hollywood finally says the quiet part out loud. Something we've known for a while. Let me resize that. Something we've known for a while is that, yes, they love to emasculate men. They love men to look weak and effeminate and unstoic and just all the usual tropes that we see. And at least Hollywood's coming out just flat out saying it. This is about the new Dungeons and Dragons movie that's coming out. And here's the thing. It looks a little funny. It looks kind of interesting, but the problem is that they decided to make Chris Pine, who is the lead man in this, I guess he's supposed to be maybe the thief or the rogue, and he's timid and scared. And of course, it's the stunning, brave woman that is either the barbarian or the warrior or the strong one of the group. But it's not even so much that. They just came out and said it this time. They say, this is from CBR.com, Dungeons & Dragon movie intentionally emasculates its leading men. Well, shocking. Color me shocked. The Dungeons & Dragon movie writing team revealed they intentionally emasculated the leading men in the film and put women on the front lines. Well, wow. I just can't believe this. While speaking with Variety, Daly and Goldstein discussed how Michelle Rodriguez is Holga, the barbarian. Okay, so she's a barbarian. And Sophia Lillis' Doric, the druid, tend to engage in the front lines of battle compared to their male party members. This was not an attempt at wokeness on our part. So they even know it's going to be seen as woke. And what happens? They still do it. They can't help themselves. They can't. The message. It's all about the message. And they, even though they know this might come across as woke, well, we got to do it. God forbid we actually have a leading man that's strong. She says, we liked that Holga is the bruiser and does the dirty work for Elgin, and he doesn't like to get his hands dirty. We also love emasculating leading men. But it's not woke, we promise. Okay, I'll believe it when I see it. But I won't be paying for it, I'll tell you that. I'm done giving Hollywood any money. Just forget it. After reiterating that the reasons did not pertain to the woke thinking, the pair explained that they wrote the men that way because they find it funny and fresh, pointing to Rachel McAdams and Jason Bateman's character's date night, which Daly and Goldstein also wrote. They also aim to do something similar with Tom Holland's Peter Parker and Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark in Spider-Man: Homecoming. We like our male heroes to be challenged and not simply heroic. Okay, but there's a difference there. Tom Holland is a young teenage man who was not ready for responsibility. But he found that once he had his power and his strength, he had to learn to do the right thing by watching Uncle Ben get taken out. Tony Stark was a playboy, a popular guy, a very selfish, entitled man. He only cared about money and his toys and sleeping with women, but they didn't make him seem like an evil guy. They just made him seem like he had his priorities screwed up a little bit. And once he had the powers bestowed unto him with the Iron Man suit and the other things, and he got the idea, he went through a character's arc of saying, you know something, all we do is make weapons and they're getting into the wrong hands and I want to protect people. And there's a character arc there of him going from only wanting money and women and everything else to becoming, in the end, a family man and becoming a member of a team and letting Captain America make the decisions for the team because he's a former soldier. There was a character arc there, but at no point did they painted him as selfish and narcissistic, but they didn't paint him as weak. You know, through the whole thing, he was rich and smart and he had good characteristics about him. And the same thing again with Peter Parker, you know, extremely smart young man, but awkward, shy, and there was a character arc there. But here, they're going to say, well, we want to emasculate the leading men, and we want the women to be stunning, brave, and strong with all the courage. I have a clip I'm going to play here in a minute. Well, what's the story arc? There isn't. The guys start off weak, and it sounds like they are going to be weak. She says it's something that the pair found surprisingly difficult to achieve with leading actors in their films. While they did not name names, they noted that they had experience with a couple of male actors in the past who refused to look weak or vulnerable in a film. Now, what's weak and vulnerable to them may be different than us. Again, if the character arc is awful, then yeah, no male actor or no man wants to be seen as this. I mean, look what they did with Thor when they get to Love and Thunder and all the rest of it. Chris Hemsworth, I think is his name. He's like, I'm not going to work with another actor that writes Thor the way they did, which is make him into comic relief, to make him into a fat idiot. They say they didn't have this problem with Chris Pine, who plays Edgin, the bard. Okay, so he's a bard, not a thief, in the movie. Instead, Pine reportedly enjoys making himself look as bad as possible, almost to a fault, to the point the team had to remind him he had to look heroic in some scenes. I'm going to play just a couple of seconds of this movie clip. I'm just going to pause it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to pause it for a second or two to break up the copyright stuff. But I want you to pay attention to how. Okay, we'll watch it first, and then I'll comment afterwards.
On your knees.
Okay, chop it off.
Chop it off. Let's do it.
I'm going to rewind it just a second because he started to say a line there.
Oh, we got him now!
We got him now, as he's sitting there scrubbing his hands to get the ropes off. And she's, of course, doing all the actions, throwing people several feet into the air, flying around the room.
You know what? I'm thinking they're probably sharper stairs somewhere else.
And then they proceed to play a trailer that has a Led Zeppelin song over it. Again, this will work fine in a superhero movie like, say, Iron Man, because he's Iron Man, and they played songs by, rock bands, and they just proceed to play rock and roll music over the rest of this, and there's more scenes where the men are kind of the losers of it. Regardless of the part each member of the D&D Adventure Party plays, actor Hugh Grant, who plays the rogue, Forge Fitzwilliam in the film, noted that none of the main characters are particularly good at what they do. I think maybe what I responded to most in the script was that it's about losers. This little band of comrades, they're all a bit crap. You are not great at being a bard, Grant said, and the magician, paid by Justice Smith, is really bad. And then he says, what do they call magicians in Dungeons and Dragons? A sorcerer? He's not much good. And Michelle Rodriguez's character has been thrown out of whatever and is still in love with her husband, who's in love with someone else. Now, Michelle Rodriguez, I think that is this is the woman that played in Fast and Furious as what's his name's girlfriend, I think. That's who I think that is. Yeah, I think that's the Fast and Furious Vin Diesel's girlfriend in that movie. But they go on to say, well, the women, or everybody's a bit crap at what they do. But here in the very opening scene, she literally takes out 5, 7, 10 guards by throwing them around the room and beating them up while her hands are tied. And then meantime, Chris Pine's just sitting there sawing, going, yeah, we got it, as he's trying to cut the ropes off. But at least Hollywood is now admitting we like emasculating our main characters. We're fine with that. But it's not woke, we promise, guys. Please come watch our movie. We promise it has nothing to do. We promise a little audio feedback there. We promise it has nothing to do with female empowerment or being woke. It only has to do with strong women and emasculating men. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, Hollywood. You deserve to go down in flames. Guys, is it tomorrow night? What's today? Friday, right? Yes, today's Friday. Don't forget tomorrow night, Saturday movie night. We're going to do Indiana Jones and the Temple. No, I'm sorry, Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and we're going to do Step Brothers. So grab your favorite drink. Join us over there. It's going to be Saturday night. It's starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's over on the forums. It's free to join. All you have to do is give me your email address, and you can sign up to become a member. You don't have to pay anything. You can join us for movie night. We have a great time over there. Last week we had close to 250 people, I think, so it's growing. We're having a good time, good group of community members over there. You get to say all the spicy, naughty words and make fun of everything and have a good time. I think you'll enjoy it. So make sure to join me over there today, and we'll see you in the next one.